Best albums of 2020. Let's go. First off, we have Pear's self-titled, of course. Pear is one of my favorite albums. I think they've grown as a band from their first album to this one. I love all the musical jokes they throw in there, and Nap Time is the anthem. Then we have NoFX Frank Turner. Who knew this would even be a thing this year? If you're in the weird Venn diagram of fandom, if you like Frank Turner and NoFX, then this album actually is pretty good. I love how NoFX covered the Ballad of Me and My Friends, which is Frank Turner's song, and then Bob actually is kind of beautiful now because of Frank Turner. The Drowns, Under Tension. Huge fan of Pirate Press Records. This album is great front to back. I love how the Drowns take classic punk and kind of breathe new life into him, and Them Rats is amazing. Then this came out of nowhere. X. I love them so much. They're just so fucking cool. See Linktree for playlist and next video for more. Best punk albums of 2020. Let's go. Kick it off with the Chats, High Risk Behavior. They are from Australia. I love this album. It has themes of drinking, shitty venues, theft, and utter silliness. The song The Clap reminds me of Get 'Em to the Greek, and I love that. And we have Laura Jane Grace, Stay Alive. It's a collection of songs that she kind of just had in her back pocket and made into an album. It's kind of stripped down, but it's almost very full of life and poppiness. One of my favorite tracks is Supernatural Possession. Then we have Idol's Mono. This band isn't for everyone. You either love them or you hate them. There is just no middle. And I kind of wrote them off as a one-trick pony. But this album is awesome. It's raw. I feel like it's kind of a new era of punk. And let's just say I like bands that scream positivity in my face. Stay tuned for part 3. Best punk albums of 2020, part 3. Let's continue with Bad Cop, The Ride, a crown jewel of Fat Records. I love this album. It has raw personal stories in it, and it's just an all-around great album. And we have Days and Days, Show Me the Blueprints, also on Fat Records as well. They're Houston folk punks. I'm not the best on the knowledge of folk punk in general, but I do enjoy this band a lot. I think this album has a hint more optimism than some of the others and some growth, and I love Whitney's voice. And then we have Liquid Death, Greatest Hates. I mean, if this wasn't more for a water company, this would be album of the year. I mean, it has Brendan Kelly, Josh and Jen from Bomb Pops, Tim from Rise Against, like the list goes on. All these punk rock heavy hitters basically sing terrible comments from their section, and it's chef's kiss. Stay tuned for part 4, and playlist is in the link tree. Best punk albums of 2020, part 4. Field Day, Opposite Land. If you're a big fan of Dag Nasty or any kind of melodic hardcore, this album is amazing front to back. It is an EP, but every song is a banger. An album on everyone's list, No Dream by Jeff Rosenstock. He's ridiculously talented. He is basically robbing me of money at this point because he just keeps making music that I want to buy, and I sing Scream at the top of my lungs in my car. Give this man a freaking Grammy already. Spanish Love Songs, Brave Faces, everyone. This is the first album I've listened to by this band, and I am obsessed with it. Yes, it is orgcore. Yes, it is sad boy music, but I love it. I think it speaks to the anxiety of my generation, and Losers 2 is amazing. I have a few more installments of Best Punk Albums of the Year. Check the playlist link in the link tree. Best Punk Albums of 2020, part 5. Let's start off with Warm Women, Wonderful Hell. This album gave me goosebumps the minute I listened to it. They're not subtle in their political messages, and Shauna Porter is an amazing human being. The Lawrence Arms, Skeleton Coast. It took me a while to be a Lawrence Arms fan, to be quite honest, but I'm here now. I love how Quiet Storm stole its own lyrics, and the last words is such an amazing song. And of course, Anti-Flag, 2020 Vision. Obviously, we were expecting an album from this band this year, but I always kind of love how they take political topics and make them kind of danceable, like in a pit. Everybody just needs to listen to the Shell Corporation, period. This album's amazing. They're literally my perfect political band. Stay tuned for the last installment of the Best Punk Albums of 2020, and the playlist is in the link tree. Best Punk Albums of 2020, last installment. Cheers. Layla was mad I didn't get her a Prosecco. Kill Lincoln, Can't Complain. I think it's the best world of pop punk and ska. It's kind of an album I used to escape when I wasn't wanting to think about anything else, and definitely I love the gang vocals. Feels like I'm singing with my friends. Then we have Rad Key, Green Room. I think this band's gonna be big. I think they're gonna be on every festival circuit when that happens again. This song Seas, Touche Amore, Lament. This band I feel keeps getting better and better each album. They really challenge me to really think about my existence on this earth. Of course, there was more albums to check out. Check in the playlist for some other key singles, and thank you for making my year. Happy New Year.